Hi, I'm Joanna Odebashan,
And I'm Bryan Martin.
and we are real estate planners. And today we're going to share a story of how real estate can be a gift.
Yeah, hopefully we'll share two stories.
Okay.
That'd be really great.
So I was hoping that we could tell the story of Ace and Barbara.
Okay, Ace and Barbara. Okay, we don't use their real names because we really want to protect them. And so it's important to us that we don't use their real names.
Okay.
So I hope that you respect that. Okay, so my first experience with Ace and Barbara was when they had a house on White Street.
Okay.
And this was a family home that belonged to Barbara. It was her grandfather's house originally.
Oh, wow.
And so when Ace and Barbara moved, when Barbara moved out, they still had the house and they had renters in it.
Okay.
And so now it was time for them to sell the house because Barbara was in ill health, and they needed the money, and so they put the house up for sale. But the people that were living there, the tenants that were living there, first of all, we had a problem getting them out.
Okay.
And that was a challenge. And so you need to know that when there's situations and there's tenants involved, tenants have rights. And so we have to make sure that we're very, very careful. And frequently we need an attorney to help us with those kind of situations. Okay. So anyway, the tenants were finally out.
Okay. And had they left the house in good condition?
No. They were hoarders and they left everything in the house. Joanna, you couldn't walk. There was just a little path down the hallways, and it was stacked up, and it went in every single room of the house, even the garage, and then up in the attic they had stuff full of the attic.
Okay, I remember you saying that Barbara was in ill health and that Ace
That's right.
was older.
That's right.
They didn't have to clean all of that out, did they?
No.
Did you help them find?
They were able to get. We have access to all kinds of vendors to help, vetted vendors to help get things done. They found a great person to help them.
Okay.
And they got those great big trash cans.
Yeah.
The ones that,
Oh, like the bins that sit
the
outside.
Bins, the big long ones. They filled it up 3 or 4 times with stuff
Oh my
in there.
goodness.
I know, it was crazy. It took forever to get all that stuff out.
Okay.
But they finally did it, and then we had some touch-up work to do, some painting and things like that. Got it on the market, and we sold it just like that.
Wow.
Got exactly what they wanted for it, which was very, very exciting. And they were able to, pay off their medical bills and to be comfortable.
How nice.
Yes, but Barbara was, declining, and a few years later she passed away.
Aww.
One day I got a call, and he said, I need to move into a senior living home.
How old was Ace now?
91.
Oh, wow. Okay.
91. So a couple years have gone by, and he was 91 now. And he said, I'm 91, and I don't feel safe in my own home anymore. So I need to find a place. So I connected them with a placement agent, which is a person who helps older people or anybody find a suitable residential living place for them.
Okay.
And he found a perfect place. He loves it. He loves it. And so then we got his house all squared away. We had to do a little bit of painting, and he had to do a little decluttering also. Mm-hmm. And then we did some carpet cleaning, just some basic stuff. And then we put it on the market, and we sold it at market value. He had, I can tell you this, he had about $300,000 of equity.
Okay, so what did he do with it? He's 91 years old.
Well, he needed to provide for his own existence, and he had kids also. So I said, hey, listen, I know a financial advisor. Let's go talk to a financial advisor. And so we did. So we loaded him up in the car, made an appointment, went to the financial advisor, sat down, explained the situation, said he has this how much money. And the financial advisor said, well, I've got good news for you, Ace. You have at least 9 years where you could live comfortably on this money and maybe still have some left over.
How great.
Ace was thrilled. He said, I'm 91. I'm not expecting to live more than 2 or 3 years. This is great. And not only is it great because he'll have all of his housing needs taken care of, food and shelter, everything, all the things, but his family is going to get a nice sum also.
Is the financial planner also going to manage it, like
yes,
the money for him?
Not only for him, but the financial manager is going to manage it for his family also, because they're not real sophisticated about money. They need some help.
Okay.
And so a financial advisor, it can really be a big assistance for him. Fortunately for him, he didn't have to pay any capital gains.
Oh, that's really exciting.
It was very, very, very exciting. And it's a beautiful story. And, I keep in touch with Ace and talk with him. He loves the place where he's living. He feels good. He sleeps good at night. He doesn't have the burden of the house. He doesn't have any kind of a burden.
And how, it just makes me feel so good to think that a house could do that for someone.
Yes, and it makes me feel good knowing that there are real estate planners like us who can help people with literally every aspect of moving them. Not just the selling of the house,
right?
But getting the house ready, getting all the vendors, doing all that kind of good stuff, connecting with the right people so that he can find his new future living arrangements, connecting him with a financial advisor, all of that stuff. It's just a beautiful, beautiful aspect of what we can do as real estate planners.
I love this story. It's probably going to be one of my favorite stories.
It's one of my favorite stories too.
Yeah.
There's another one though that I think we should talk about.
Okay.
And that is with, what should we call her? Because we don't want to use her real name.
Cathy.
Cathy. Okay. Cathy. Do you know about Cathy's story?
So I think I do know about Cathy's story.
Let's see how much you know about it.
So Cathy is a woman in her 70s who has no one.
Right.
She's like
a widow.
the last dinosaur in her family too.
Yes.
So not only is she a widow, she has no children. She has no living family members.
That's right.
It's just her.
Yeah.
And she had a home.
Yes.
And if she sold the home, she stood to make maybe $170,000.
Yes, it was a beautiful home. Your mother helped find her and her deceased husband at home.
So
it was a really lovely home. It was really nice home.
A really nice one. So she thought that she should sell her home and then live the rest of her years on the $170,000.
Yeah, that was kind of tough.
Yeah, but try to find a great place to rent, and you figure
she was going to run out of money really
quickly. So why don't you finish it? Because that's about all I know about Cathy's story.
So then, what we had to do is we had to figure out some kind of a financing that would help her, because she had a very, very limited income, and so we.
Oh yes, I remember.
Okay, go ahead.
She made like $1,100 a month or $1,200 a month from Social Security, or was it disability, because she could not work.
Very limited.
Okay.
Very, very limited.
A little amount. That's
a little amount.
Okay.
Right. So we were able to find her and to get her financing on a beautiful little condo.
And I think that you all used a reverse mortgage loan. And
we have the right people for that. So we work with several mortgage lenders, loan originators, and so we can, we know the strengths of each and every one of them.
We can find the right
we
one for the right person.
We can find the right person to go with it. And so if there's a reverse mortgage, then we have a really good idea about who needs to work with them.
So Cathy gets a house. She doesn't have a house payment because it's a reverse mortgage. She's growing equity because now she has an asset. She has enough money to pay her bills.
And she's thrilled.
Well, I actually heard Mom on the phone with her the other day. She's managing to still put a little bit of money every single month in a savings account.
Isn't that crazy?
It's really crazy.
We were pulling our hair out wondering, how are we going to, and we did it. We all worked together. We planned diligently, and we found her relief.
I love that options exist out
Isn't
there.
it? And there's all kinds of wonderful options for people, and most people aren't aware of it. And one of the most unfortunate thing that are the ways that people think about real estate agents is that all they're concerned about is, getting a commission. But for us and for a lot of real estate agents, it's a lot more than that. It's really helping people.
It is.
I come from a background of ministry.
Uh-huh.
And this is a fantastic, helping people with their real estate needs, whatever they be, is a fantastic way to help people. A house is the most important and likely the most expensive, costly asset that they will ever own.
Yeah.
And we get to help them and show them how they can take that asset into saving their lives.
Literally.
Yeah.
Or financing their lives.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, thanks for spending all of this time with us. I hope you've enjoyed these stories, and I hope that you hear that our heart really is for helping people and for looking for solutions. So stay tuned. We'll have another video out next week with more great stories.
I'm Bryan Martin.
I'm Joanna Odebashian.
We're from Keller Williams Realty in Fresno, California.
And we're real estate planners.
This is my daughter.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.